There once was a man on the phone who accidentally sawed off his bone. Is this the end of his life? Can you talk to his wife? Hold on, man. You'll do that on your own. Hey guys, James here again with another game review. This time talking about this cool little indie game called 911 Operator, developed by Jutsu Games. This game is one where you take on the role of a police dispatcher, managing teams of police, firefighters, and ambulances to go around town and deal with various incidents which pop up around the city. If I describe this game using other games, it's a bit tough. I would say it's reminiscent of some simulator or tycoon games, while also playing a bit like a real-time strategy game. Overall, the game is fun, but I'm not really sure there's enough depth in the game to justify the price tag. But let's start with the basics. The graphics are pretty basic 2D graphics. It has a top-down view of city maps, which actually looks pretty cool, but it definitely gets the job done, and it has a good aesthetic for the game. The sound is actually pretty solid, although might be a bit weird at times. The radio sounds in the background are nice, and the voice acting is decent enough, although at times a bit funny and strange.
Wait a second. Oh god, he's not breathing.
There's a career mode where you can play through a number of pre-selected cities, but there's also a free play mode, where you can play through cities of your choice, and there's also a cool feature which allows you to download maps of other cities, so you can look for places you've lived or been to before just for fun. The core gameplay itself is actually pretty fun. In many ways, it plays like an RTS game and becomes about you managing your resources and sending them around the map as efficiently as possible. Various incidents will pop up on the map, requiring the help of the police, firefighters, ambulances, or a combination of a few. You get a quick description of the incident and then determine who to send over. This can actually be surprisingly difficult, as sometimes you get low risk but very time-consuming tasks, such as shutting down parties, but other times you might get large and dangerous incidents, such as terrorist attacks. This makes it so you need to be smart about managing your teams, and you need to be sure to send the right amount of people to deal with the incidents. Then, once in a while, you'll receive live calls, which are pretty cool. You work through a dialogue tree, trying to figure out the issue and whether or not you need to send some help. Some of these calls can be total wastes of time, but some of them are actually relatively nuanced situations where you need to figure out the correct approach. These can be quite interesting, and some of them are actually pretty humorous, while some can actually be quite heavy and traumatic. The calls also have different versions, so sometimes you can't always be sure of the outcome, even if parts of the call sound the same. These calls really help to make you feel like a dispatcher, and you can actually learn a lot about emergency situations through this game. The game can actually be surprisingly difficult, although the difficulty can feel a bit random at times. Sometimes you find yourself with a ton of incidents going on, some requiring the attention of multiple teams, and this can really run your force thin. In these cases, sometimes you have to make difficult decisions with what you can address and what you need to let go. The core gameplay is fun, and while you can get replayability from the different maps and downloadable maps, it does start to get a bit repetitive as time goes on. Once you play through all the various calls, the game does lose its luster a little bit. In some ways, the game reminds me of Plague Inc. in that it's fun once in a while and can be a good game for when you want to get some quick fun in, but I can't imagine anyone sinking serious hours into this game. Overall, I do enjoy the game, but I don't think I can justify the $15 price tag. I would say if you get it on sale for $5 or less, it's worth a look. It's a cool little game with a pretty unique concept, and I definitely enjoyed it. But hey, that's just me. Feel free to let me know if you've been enjoying or disliked the game in the comments. I'm more than happy to discuss. If you made it this far, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider hitting the like button and maybe even subscribing to my channel. I try to do game reviews and discuss gaming related topics and love discussing different topics with my viewers. Once again, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.